Make
So, hi everyone, welcome to the Cat Kings in Math series. So today we have with us here Amika, who is a fresher, you can say, from computer engineering background, who got a 250 score in NMAT. So, congratulations, Amika, for getting that amazing 250 score.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Lovely. So, tell me, Amika, a little bit about your entire preparation strategy. When did you decide that you wanted to go ahead and give MBA after computer engineering?
Yes, ma'am. So actually, I decided that I wanted to pursue MBA during the third year of my bachelor's. And so I gave MBA entrances, I gave CAT, I gave NMAT, ZAT, etc. During my fourth year. I qualified for CAT and I got baby IMs as well. And for NMIMS, I was actually selected for HR last year, but I was very hard bent on going for MBA. And so I thought I'll try again for another year. But I think the COVID-19 pandemic actually messed up the plans a bit because my degree went on for 4 extra months.
Yeah.
And I had to give offline exams as well. So it all kind of boiled down. The whole preparation was a bit hindered. Like I had set this goal, the timelines I had set. So it was a bit hindered, but that actually messed up my CAT scores. But I was hard bent that I only wanted top 10, top 15 colleges, and I gave NMAT twice. The first time I got a score of 246, and due to the new pattern, there were like a lot of speculations what the cutoff will be.
Yeah.
Some people were saying it will be 235, it will be 240, and since NMIMS was my best option, I didn't want to take any chances. So I gave a second attempt during that extended window we had during February, I think.
Okay. Yes.
And yes, ma'am. So then I scored 250. So it was safe. And the preparation mostly involved going through the basics. I think the first thing to do is be very sharp on the basis, because I think during the quant the time was actually a bit on the edge. I had enough time, I think, for a verbal and everything. The quant, I think, solving takes a lot of time, and it's all about practice. It's all about being thorough with the basics, thorough with the calculations. And other than that, I think reading generally, going through the newspapers helped me a lot to enhance my verbal skills. So yeah, that's that.
That's lovely. That's lovely. And how about, this entire new structure made it, like 36 questions in each of the sections. So do you
Yes,
think like, you did face any issues, or you considered any section to be your advantage earlier and now it wasn't, or something like that?
No, actually, I liked the new pattern because it was one question, be done with it, and just move on to the next. Because at times during the CAT exam, I was actually more flustered about, oh my God, what did I mark earlier? I'll go back. And that actually kind of hindered my performance. So I think this was good. You're done with the question, you move on to the next, you just forget what happened and just focus on what's coming. So yeah, that actually was a good thing that happened.
Lovely. That's actually a best part of the whole adaptive thing. You kind of just keep on
Yes.
going and the pace keeps on increasing.
Yes.
So, that's a good thing. So which section do you think was your strongest out of quants, verbal, and LR?
Okay, so I think my verbal was the strongest. I even scored the most in that, and the passages and everything was like well structured, and I was good at it because I was thorough with my preparation in verbal. I was thorough with I knew the NMAT pattern because I had given it last year as well, and I knew what all would come. I knew the synonyms, the antonyms. I had to be well prepared for, and I thought it was easier than the last year, so that was actually advantageous for me. Other than that, during my first attempt, I think quant took a lot of time. So I was very sure that for the second attempt, I'll actually speed up the process, be very fast with my calculations, and do a bit of time management there. And I think LRDI was like sweet sailing for me, no problems and no advantages. It was sweet for me.
Okay, that's great. So usually engineers prefer quant over verbal, and you are like you had
Yes.
the verbal as the strongest. That's a great thing. What would you suggest for people who are preparing for NMAT, like who are starting their preparation now for it? What are the certain things they should keep in mind, and how to make sure that they are also able to get a score of like a 250 next year?
Yes, ma'am. So the thing is that NMAT is very different from the other competitive exams. So first of all, the best point I think is the negative marking. Like we won't have to worry about cutting our scores. We can just mark, because that the thinking that does take a lot of time, because you are like, okay, we have to be double sure. So time goes there to be double sure about an answer. So I think we don't have to worry about that. Other than that, we actually have to be thorough with the basis, because the questions actually are very simple, but they have this one sort of twist in them. So we have to be thorough with the calculations and very sure about what we are doing. That actually comes with a lot of practice. And for English or LR, I think LR is very general. It's not like line arrangements and everything. It's actually very general. And I don't know, I didn't actually prepare anything special for LRDI, because it was more of a general thing for me. Other than that, English would be to be thorough with antonyms and synonyms, because that is something different that comes in math. So yes.
Okay, okay, lovely. That's great. So thank you so much, Amika, for sharing your NMAT strategy with all of us. I'm sure it's going to be helpful for the rest of the guys as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am.